Hello, everyone on the live stream. We are out and ready for kickoff in about 11 minutes. Sorry for the delay. We did have some lightning and thunder in the area, which did delay us to about 7 o'clock for the teams to start warming up. So we do have a little bit until we are able to get the kickoff ready. So again, sorry for the delay.
Calvert Hall can kick it off. Start the game. Credentials check, please. As we begin tonight, honoring our country with the national anthem.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here now for the kickoff between Calvert Hall High School and Riverdale Baptist High School. And not the best weather, but I think everyone's pretty fired up and getting ready to start this delayed game. My name is Brendan Tremler alongside Kevin Lochte, and we're going to give you the best broadcast that we can. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm doing well. Hoping for a great game here today. Glad that we got it in.
Oh, yeah. And here's the kickoff here for Andrew Petrino. And back for the return. Is Joseph Towler for Riverdale Baptist.
And Joseph Towler, the two guys back deep as we kick off.
It's not a bad kick from Andrew Petrino. And that will roll into the end zone for a touchback.
Good touchdown. First and 10 for Riverdale Baptist.
And here come Riverdale Baptist, led by quarterback DeJuan Robinson. And a little confusion here from Riverdale Baptist. Look to be getting set. The handoff here. And the Calvert Hall defense will stop.
Good tackle right there.
DeMonte Sally. It was a great tackle. be second down, and second down and 11 here for Riverdale Baptist. And a flag on the play. Looks like a delay of game.
Calvert Hall student section got excited about that one.
Yeah, surprisingly a pretty solid student section for tonight. Not a very good atmosphere, but
Yeah, lots of fans came out to watch this one.
and looks like the ref has a towel on top of the ball, maybe for some sort of drying mechanism to
Wonder
try
if-
and keep the game ball.
Wonder if the conditions here are gonna change how the game goes.
Yeah, I'm really curious, maybe with a bad throw, bad snap, with a field goal, bad kick, so we'll see. And Robinson drops back and is taken down. And let's see who that is. That's number 23, Corey Broom, the D lineman, the junior with a really nice tackle. It looks to be a 3rd and 26. Not a very good situation here for Riverdale Baptist.
Calvert Hall looking to get off here on a 3 and out to start the game.
And that is definitely the way it's looking. And too slow of a start for Riverdale Baptist. Not off to a hot start. And it looks to be a timeout. Timeout from Riverdale. Not a very hot start here from Riverdale Baptist, but hoping they can maybe get a little bit of gain on this. Their first play wasn't too bad, just a 1-yard loss, and then Corey Broom was able to get through the teeth of the offensive line and take down Robinson. So possibly a run play, maybe they'll go for it, but definitely pinned back in their own territory. And they have to be careful here with the safety.
Yeah, they don't want to be punting in the back of their end zone either. So if they can get a 10-yard gain here, that would be important for them.
Here's Robinson dropping back, and a quick little dump off, and he is swallowed up. Conroy. He was one of the captains that came out today and looks to be really excited to be out there. And on comes the punt team for Riverdale.
Great start for Calvert Hall's defense.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start. And now, no gain on that play, and it'll be a 4th and 26. Quentin Foster, the senior, will be there for the punt. Oh, sorry, it was not. Jordan Tompkins.
Punting from the back of the end zone here. Calvert Hall should get some good field position for their first drive.
And that punt goes sky high, and that'll be a delay of game. And unfortunately not able to get the punt off just in time.
A couple of penalties here for River Baptist to start off this game.
Yeah, and this will really push them back into their own end zone. With now a 4th and 28. And it looks to be a punter change. And the quarterback, DeJuan Robinson, will hit not the best kick, and it'll go out before the 10.
Yeah, that one, I don't know what happened there.
Maybe just came off wrong, but this is not looking too pretty here.
Calvert Hall got some good pressure there on that punt.
Oh, you can't go back too much farther, so it was kind of tough for him to get a good punt. Had to put it really high. in case anything happened.
Noah Brannick and the offense will be setting up shop in the red zone for their first drive of the day.
Looks to be just, I'm not 100% sure if it's a first and goal or a first and 10, but I'm thinking that they're going to play this as a first and goal. Noah Brannick in the shotgun. Hand off to Dorsey, and Dorsey able to push his way through. And that is a Calvert Hall touchdown on their first play of the game on offense. DeJuan Dorsey able to push his way through the Baptist defenders and get in for the score. And Dylan Manna with the hold. Tough hold there, and that is pinned by, let's see, number 26, Andrew Petrino with a great kick right down the middle of the uprights. Now 7-0 with 9 minutes and 30 seconds left. Calvert Hall up with this rainy, gloomy night. Kickoff here from Petrino. Now the field is very wet, so it might be tough for him to plant his foot and get a good delivery on this kickoff, but looks not to be bad, not the best flying kickoff. And it is muffed. And the Calvert Hall defenders able to swarm the Baptist receivers. And that was Joseph Towler.
Good job on Calvert Hall, starting off pinning them deep here in their own territory.
Yeah, with the second possession here, hoping to maybe get a first down, a yard gain, but unfortunately haven't been able to really move the chains at all. In fact, moving them backwards. And Robinson in the backfield. And the handoff goes to Marcus Banks, and he is able to push his way forward for about a 2-yard gain, I would say. 3-yard gain, sorry. And now a second and 7 for Riverdale Baptist. Doing well with their time management here, hoping to not get any more delay of game calls. Snap, Robinson dropping back, stepping up in the pocket, and it's Fumbles, and it's tipped. And that was, let's see, Matt Conroy unable to catch that. That would have been a really nice pick, and they would have been a great scoring opportunity inside their offensive 30.
Yeah, that was nearly a pick. That one would have been big.
But I mean, a wet ball and it's bobbling, it's got to be a little tough. And no gain there with an incomplete pass.
See if Calvert Hall can get a second straight 3 and out, bring their offense back on the field.
And possibly a blitz. They're blitzing 5, the run, and swallowed up by the Calvert Hall defenders. No, and he breaks out. And that was DeMonte Sally. And they are right now at a 4th in about 5, and I think they'll bring on the punt team. And I mean, a much better possession there from Riverdale Baptist, but still unable to get their first down.
Yeah, they were able to get some positive yardage there, but still unable to get their first first down of the game.
And now Jordan Tompkins on the punt. And a well-struck punt, a lot better than last time. And Henderson lets that ball run by him and recovered by Riverdale Baptist at about the 35-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for the Cardinals, 7-0. And Brannick coming out in the field, and we'll see what he can do. Dorsey in the backfield. Brannick in shotgun. Handoff. Dorsey able to get to the outside. And he's able to push through for about an 8-yard gain.
Dorsey's second run of the game. Has a touchdown as well.
And he's got 28 yards and a touchdown. They beat that.
It's a pretty good start.
Handoff. This is Dorsey again. He's able to cut up field and get to about the midfield line. 51. And now just into Riverdale Baptist territory.
All 3 of Calvert Hall's offensive snaps have been to Dorsey here. He's off to a good start. See if they stick to it.
I don't think we're going to see many pass plays from the Cardinals with the ball being so wet. Now Brannick is a very accurate passer, but with the ball, in these conditions it's a little tough. 1st and 10 from the 49. Another run to Dorsey. He's able to kick it left and a good spin move. He's got a first down.
Had a nice burst there. Another big gain for Calvert Hall.
And he's about at the 37-yard line. And Calvert Hall just able to really march down the field, and Dorsey's now out of the game.
This will be his first snap not touching the ball for the Cardinals on offense.
Connor Anderson is in the backfield behind Noah Brannick. Run to him for his first carry, able to get upfield. Has some room and is able to get over the 30-yard line. And he is marked at about, the 27 and a half yard line. And the Cardinals here, great clock management. They've been doing pretty well.
Yeah, he was able to find a hole there.
For his first carry, that was pretty solid, about 10 yards or so. And first down here from Calvert Hall. And a flag comes on. It'll be I think signaling for a false start. Let's see what the main referee says.
Yeah, there appeared to be some confusion there on Calvert Hall's offense. Saw the quarterback, Noah Brannick, talking to his guys.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that was on, but definitely not something that you want, but hopefully they're able to get it back pretty quickly. Joe Campbell is able to join them in the backfield. Noah Brannick, his first pass is to DJ Ringgold, the junior, and is picked up and slammed down.
What a massive tackle.
On about the 14-yard line. Really nice tackle there. Maybe a little excessive, but a still really, really big gain. And you can see possibly a little frustration from Riverdale Baptist, but their bench is very hyped up.
That was the first pass of the day for Noah Brannick and the Cardinals.
We're watching it on the live stream here, and he just gets picked up and thrown down. Now, I'm not 100% sure who that was, but here's Dorsey taking it to the outside, trying to cut back in. He is taken down at about the 7-8 yard line. And just short of the first down.
Short of the first down. Think that's second and about one.
Brannick. Campbell in motion. The handoff to Dorsey. And he is stopped for a loss of about 1. It'll be a third and 3.
First loss of the day for Calvert Hall, besides penalties.
And a 4 wide receiver set. 1 running back. Brannick dropping back for the pass. Rolling right. Looking into the corner. Fires. Thrown. And out of bounds. I think that was, yeah, Daniel Owens. Just out of bounds. Oh, sorry, no. Not Dan. Keaton Newsome. Just out of bounds. Trying to get his feet dragged in, but unable to do so.
Yeah, it was a nice catch, just unable to get those feet down. Field goal unit coming in here.
Oh, okay. And they're going to stay on for the 4th down. I mean, why not? You're in your own territory. Possibly losing 3 points, but
Need 3 here.
a 4th and 3, and they're going to get a false start. And I think that was the plan. It'll be an offsides for Riverdale Baptist.
Well executed by Calvert Hall, getting the defense to jump.
I mean, that was a great play, and now Calvert Hall in their scoring territory deep.
Going for it paid off.
Oh, definitely. And they're about at the 5-yard line. Hand off to Dorsey. He's able to find a hole, and he's in for the touchdown.
His 2nd touchdown of the game.
And I mean, most of the offenses run through him, and that was a great play. And Dylan Aguilera with the snap. Dylan Manna with the hold. Andrew Petrino with the kick for this extra point. The hold. And that is good. And now a 14-0 lead for the Cardinals with about 3:08 left in the first quarter. And I mean, a pretty hot start, you know. Line. Riverdale pinned it back inside their own 5-yard line, so we'll see this kick from Petrino. Hopefully that will get there. That will get them pinned back again, and we'll see what Riverdale Baptist can do on their 3rd possession.
See if Calvert Hall's special teams can keep this up.
And probably one of Petrino's better kicks, and the Riverdale Baptist receivers will let that roll. behind the end zone.
It's the second touchback of the game for Petrino. River Baptist will be setting up on the 25-yard line. Excuse me, 20-yard line.
And Robinson for a handoff, and that's their first big gain, and not a bad gain here from Riverdale. And that was DeMonte Sally, their running back, the junior, able to get a really, really big gain. And that was about 11. A 1st and 10, their first down of the night.
Yeah, run right up the middle.
Another run to Sally. That won't go as far.
A little bit less successful this time.
I think he'll get about 2, maybe 1. And the rain's still piling on the field here tonight. With 2:15 left, Calvert Hall up 14-0. Second down and about 8 here for Riverdale Baptist. Robinson rolling left, able to fire upfield, and that's nearly picked off by the senior spirit director, Tim Downs. Great coverage. And that target was intended towards Aaron Graves.
Yeah, he was able to block that one, but he wasn't able to come away with it. He came close, though.
And that was a really tough attempt there. Not really expecting much, maybe just a bat down, but
yeah, great effort there by Tim Downs.
.10 left on the game clock here. Handoff. That is Antonio Sims, the senior. Not much gain there. And it'll be a 4th down. And here comes the punt team.
Calvert Hall's defense was able to come up big again, giving the offense the ball back here, trying to extend that lead.
Yeah, and let's see if Tompkins can get the punt that he had last time, because that was a bomb. Able to get Calvert Hall to about the 30-yard line, but not really doing much as Calvert Hall kind of marches down the field for their second. And that punt is tipped and out at about the 43. And now Noah Brannick and his squad come on.
Second punt by Calvert Hall, where we were able to bring pressure, cause a not great punt, setting up good field position yet again for the Cardinals.
And our offensive line here tonight for the Cardinals is at right tackle, Ronald Anderson, Michael McQuaid at right guard, Jake Tripp at center, Brad Huber at left guard, and Bane Mullen at left tackle. And a big gain here for the Cardinals. And Connor Anderson able to get a 20-plus yard gain.
Another first down there for the Cardinals.
And they are
Offense
marked.
keeps moving.
And they're marked just about the 20. And about a minute left on the clock here. Clock is stopped. Anderson able to get out of bounds. And a fresh set of downs as they're moving the chains. Brannick rolling out to his left and throws a little floater of a pass. And that was Donnie Lewis able to get that little screen pass, dump pass, whatever you'd like to call it, and is able to get a fresh set of downs inside of the 10-yard line. So we have a first and goal opportunity here for the Cardinals at about the 7-yard line. Four wide receivers here. Connor Anderson in the back, and he'll get the handoff, and he'll be in for the touchdown. And now 20-0 for the Cardinals as Petrino and his team come on for the extra kick.
Third rushing touchdown of the day for Calvert Hall. The run game's really working right now.
And just great blocking from the offensive line, able to create a really, really big hole for Anderson to just walk his way into the end zone.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if he was touched there.
Just really not much yellow around him. Petrino with the kick, and it looks good. Extra point is good. Calvert Hall now leading 21-0 with 27 seconds left in the first half, in the first quarter. And a great offensive drive there for the Cardinals as they're able to, from about the 40-yard line or so, and they're able to get in the end zone pretty quickly inside of 2 minutes. And here is a little bit of a quick kicker switch, and Dylan Manna able to get the kickoff. Petrino not on the field right now. And a very nice kickoff to about the 5. And a big hit
Flag is down.
here, and flag is down. And that was Antonio Sims with just a really big hit there, and he is down.
Dylan Manna was able to get that kick really high in the air. That was a sky kick right there. Gave Calvert Hall's special teams a chance to get down the field. And a great tackle there.
And almost like a chokehold from Gabriel Levron as Sims is now down. And hoping that he's okay, because he's a pretty big asset here for the offense for Riverdale.
Yeah, that was a big hit there. Hopefully he's okay.
Riverdale discussing their game plan from up here. They are not too happy with their performance, which being down 21-0 in the first quarter isn't, doing too well, but hopefully they're able to bounce back and maybe get some sort of points on the board here.
Yeah, tough start there for Riverdale Baptist. We'll see if they can make any adjustments in the second quarter. Sims is still down on the field here. Hopefully he is okay.
And the training staff for Riverdale Baptist and Calvert Hall are now meeting to attend him. Hopefully he's doing all right. You know, not a bad return there from Sims. Just, able to kind of come across field. Made a pretty big journey over here, but, that was just a rough tackle.
Yeah, I would agree with that. He got some yards on the run, just got hit in a bad spot there.
Yeah, and this is Riverdale Baptist, their best field position, their best starting field position tonight. And hopefully they're able to get some points on the board. This half ends.
They currently have 1 first down on the day. We'll see if they can get their offense going here.
And Sims was definitely a key part of that. As Robinson now in the backfield.
They've been very run heavy so far. We'll see if they keep that up.
And we have Sally behind him with a fullback. Not sure who that is, but trying to maybe catch them off sides. That plan does not work. In motion. And that'll be a handoff to Sally. Able to maneuver his way through a couple Calvert Hall defenders. And he gained about 2 and now is up to the 40-yard line.
Looks like it might be the end of the first.
And that will be the end of the first quarter. Calvert Hall and Mr. Heydrich, as they're able to help us put on this amazing broadcast here tonight. Mr. Golski watching from home. Mr. Doug Heydrich in the booth with us. And Robinson dropping back for his second pass. And he is wrapped up and taken down by Corey Broom. And that is a huge loss.
Yeah, great play right there. A huge loss there for River Baptist. That'll set up a 2nd and long, especially with the false start to start it. Third down.
And they're at their own 19.
Third down.
And it's about a 3rd and 30. I think about a 3rd and 30 here. Not the ideal positioning. It'll be a weird snap taken directly by Sally, and maybe a yard. I think he's got a yard here, and it'll bring up 4th down. And no shot of any sort of 4th down conversion, so they will bring on the punt team for the 4th time tonight.
Yeah, another great sequence here for the Calvert Hall defense as they lose yards on the series.
And this is a prime representation of how defense converts to offense. Calvert Hall is able to really lock it down on defense, and now their offense is converting and able to score in a tough snap here. And I don't think that was the punter's fault. I think it was just not a very good snap.
Yeah, it looked like a bad snap there. Tough for the punter to get that one. It's a tough deal here for River Baptist. Calvert Hall will be setting up in the red zone again.
And the punter there was Corey Cobham. Unable to really collect that, but again, that was a tough snap.
And these conditions make it even tougher. The ball might be wet, the turf is wet. Just unable to make the play.
And here comes the Cardinals. Noah Brannick still at quarterback, up 21-0 with just a little bit more than 10 minutes left. Dorsey with the handoff, and he will move his way inside the 5-yard line. And he'll be marked at exactly the 5-yard line.
Dorsey with 2 touchdowns already. We'll see if he can punch in a third one here.
Yeah, and really no sense in switching up your game plan, maybe working out some different plays, but the run seems to work. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think they might stick with that. Dorsey with Brannick in the backfield. Brannick in shotgun. Clock winding down. Dorsey able to get inside, up the middle. And he is just stopped.
Yeah, he looks like he's right up on the goal line there. Maybe a half yard short.
Third is very, very short.
See if we can punch it in here on 3rd and short.
Yeah, possibly like maybe a Noah Brannick quarterback sneak, able to maybe get inside between Jake Tripp and one of the guards. I don't think that's the way they'll go though.
Yeah, I was thinking they might do that, try and jump over the pile.
And Dorsey able to run freely into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the day. With just under 9 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter.
Calvert Hall will take a 28-0 lead here, as that is their 4th rushing touchdown of the game. All of their touchdowns have been rushing.
And same special teams sequence here. Daniel Aguilera with the snap. Dylan Manna with the hold. And Andrew Petrino with the kick. Good hold, good snap, and that kick is pinned for a 28-0 lead for the Cardinals over Riverdale Baptist. So Kevin, being inside of this 2nd quarter, about 6 minutes in, what are your thoughts about today's game?
I think Calvert Hall's really dominated on all 3 sides of the ball, offense, defense, and special teams. They've been able to get a lot of 3 and outs. They've been able to get some really good field position, and the offense has just been able to put the ball in the end zone 4 times so far today, with 8:52 left in the 2nd.
I think Calvert Hall has all the momentum here as they're kicking off for their 5th time. And it is now Dylan Manna with the kickoffs.
We'll see if River Baptist can get something going here. Maybe they'll get into a little bit of a groove here.
And that was a very nice kick. Move, and he is wrapped up. And that was number 4, Joseph Towler. And number 10, Josh Bryce, the senior, able to wrap him up and take him down at about the 30-yard line. A very good return, about 20 yards. Able to go from right to left, and again, a possession where they got good field positioning. Let's hope they can do something with it, possibly a 1st down, maybe even get into field goal range. We'll see, though.
Yeah, a good stutter move right there. We'll see if that can spark the offense at all.
That was almost like a hesitation move. And Robinson, handoff. And that is about a 6 or 7 yard gain. And that was Sally with the the run.
Sally getting a lot of touches this game.
And Sally kind of reminds me of like a Jerome Bettis. You know, he's not too tall, but able to really punch through the line. And it'll be a quarterback sneak. And Robinson able to get maybe 2 yards.
Calvert Hall's defense was able to read that one really well. Didn't fool them.
It was a pretty sneaky play. I mean, it wasn't really I mean, if I was a Calvert Hall player, might not be expecting that, but a good play there by Robinson. And one of their best opportunities here for a first down. Now, they do have one conversion today. Let's see if they can get a second one. 3rd down and 4. Handoff. Goes to Sally. Able to be pulled down there by number 42, Luke Baker, the senior. Defensive line. And it is a 4th down and 2. A pickup of 1 yard there from Sally.
They were able to get some positive yards there on that drive, just unable to get that first down.
And the rain keeps on pouring down at Paul Angelo Russo Stadium here tonight.
Looks like the offense is staying on the field, trying to convert this first down here.
And Robinson drops back, and that is caught. I don't think that's enough. And that was Kieran Berry, and that'll be a turnover on downs. No gain on the 4th down. And it'll now be Calvert Hall ball. And Noah Brannick and his offensive squad come out in the field. And Brannick, a great leader, you know, really able to get this team hyped up and ready for this game. And I think a main part of their win against McDonough was him. He really is a good leader. And leading these Cards tonight for a 28-0 lead with 7 minutes to go. He drops back, steps up in the pocket, and he's now rushing at the 30 and taken down at about the 25-yard line. And the tackle made by number 20 Smith, Deshaun Jackson, the freshman.
That was a good job reading the field there by Brannick. He saw the opening and he took it. He had a blocker with him too.
That was a lead blocker, Jake Tripp, able to make his way up the field and kind of create a path there for Brannick. Now motion from Joe Campbell. And Dorsey able to take it up and able to break a tackle inside the 10, the 5, touchdown. DeJuan Dorsey able to get his 4th touchdown here tonight for the Cardinals.
That was a great play there by Dorsey. He was able to break a tackle and go all the way to the end zone.
And a 24-yard rushing touchdown. And Petrino for the kick here to make it 35-0.
Busy night here for Petrino. See if he can go 5 for 5 on extra points.
And we're watching the replay back. And DeJuan Dorsey able to just blow off that big hit. And Petrino able to go 5 for 5. Great game by him. And a great game all around by the Calvert Hall Cardinal football players tonight.
6:28 to go in the first half.
And 6:28 left here to go in the first half of gameplay. Calvert Hall up 35-0 over Riverdale Baptist. And all around well played here from the Cardinals. Noah Brannick able to really bring his offensive squad around and able to march down the field there on their last possession. And the defense with a 4th down stop, a 4th and 2 stop.
Yeah, that fourth down stop was big. It was the reason that they were in such great field position to start that drive.
And overall, just a great play style from the defense tonight. Andrew Petrino making sure everyone's ready and all good. His kickoff, no penalty, offsides. Fielded by number 4. And he'll get to about the 30, 40, and taken down. And there's a flag on the field, possibly for a late hit.
Yeah, that looked like a late hit right there. That'll be 15 yards.
And Joseph Towler with the about the 36-yard line, but I think it might be, I'm not sure about the penalty. I think it is against Riverdale Baptist.
It must have been a hold. I thought it was going to be the late hit, but it appears as if Riverdale Baptist is walking backwards.
And it'll be started around the 30-yard line. That kick will be taken back around 10 yards. And now 1st and 10 here from Robinson and his squad on the yellow side, hoping to get some positive yards. And here's Sally taking it up the middle. And a game of about 2.
At this point, it looks like it takes the village to take down Sally, so here you go.
Sally continuing to get lots of action in this game. Riverdale has been running the ball a lot, mainly to Sally.
DeMonte Sally with almost all of the halfback touches here tonight. And about 2nd and 8 here for Riverdale with a pass, screen pass, incomplete.
Good coverage there by the Cardinals.
And that pass was intended to Christian Harrison, sorry.
That'll bring up 3rd down. We'll see if Riverdale can convert on this, get a 1st down.
I'm curious to see if they're able to get about 4 or 5 yards. If they want to go for their 4th down conversion, unsuccessful the last time, getting about a half yard, but anything can happen. Here's 3rd down and 8. Robinson in the backfield. He will drop back. And Tim Downs with the interception. The senior able to get that interception.
Great play there by Tim Downs. He was close earlier on the day, but came up short, but this time he was able to bring that one in. Get a turnover for the Cardinals. Great play there.
And just not the best pass from Robinson. That pass was intended to Towler. He was wide open up the field and just thrown short. No one even remotely close to him.
Yeah, he looked wide open there, just unable to make the throw. Calvert Hall will take over here. 1st and 10.
And there is a new cornerback. It is Dane Grunder, the sophomore. And being up 35-0, it makes sense. And let's see what the sophomore can do here tonight.
The fan section is getting very excited.
Oh, and his first snap is fumble.
Calvert Hall player down on the play. He looks like he's in a lot of pain.
And that is Quentin Foster with the recovery. And Laquan Upshur is down for the Cardinals. The freshman offensive lineman. And as we're watching the replay back, Joe Campbell was in motion and maybe a miscommunication there for the new quarterback, and it actually hit Campbell in his side, and that dropped right to Quentin Foster, who's able to pick that ball up. And Riverdale Baptist now in great field position. And Robinson hopefully able to bounce back from that interception and maybe get some points on the board with 5:21 left in the second half. And Upshur now up on his feet, being attended by the trainers. And will be able to walk off on his own. Really no assistance. I'm not sure what's wrong, whether that be a leg injury. I'm assuming it's a leg injury, but...
Yeah, it looked like he was grabbing his leg when he went down. It's good to see him going off on his own weight.
Hopefully he's able to get back in with being a reserve, able to really show what he's all about. And now, with the fumble, it'll be 1st and 10 from about the 30-yard line.
This is the best field position Riverdale's had all day. Let's see if they can capitalize on it.
Robinson and Sally in the backfield. Robinson drop back. The lefty quarterback throwing. Receiver intended was number 18, Marcus Banks, the junior. And great defense there by the Calvert Hall side. Unfortunately, wasn't able to pick up the number. Might be able to see in the replay and get you that information.
Started to see more passes in the last few drives here for Riverdale. See if they can get a couple of completions here.
And it was number 21, Jordan Jackson, the junior, with great defense there. And that will be Sally now plowing his way through. And maybe about a half yard, but not much gain there.
The Calvert Hall defensive line's been having a good day all day. They've been stuffing the run for the most part. Not many holes on the day for Sally to get through.
Now Robinson talking to the head coach here. He looks to be back onto the field. Deshaun Jackson now with the carry, and he is forced back and taken down by number 42, Luke Baker, who has 3 tackles tonight and is really showing his presence on the defensive side.
Sally is checking back into the game. He took that snap off, but he's back in the huddle. Looks like Riverdale Baptist is going for it. Got nothing to lose right now.
Yeah,
I like the call.
Ball will be spotted right at the 40-yard line. Robinson back to pass, and a ball is thrown. Good defense there by Josh Bryce. Pass intended to number 2.
That'll be a turnover on downs there, and Calvert Hall's offense will take the field again.
And that pass was intended to Quillick Wooten. Dane Grunder now at shotgun. Handoff to Connor Anderson, able to bounce off a tackle and swallowed up at about the 42-yard line. 2nd and 8 for the Cardinals here.
I'd imagine there's going to be a lot more running going on given the weather and the score here for the Cardinals. We'll see if that continues.
And I think they should possibly incorporate some sort of passing with, the sophomore, their future quarterback in 2 years. But we'll see. And that run is off to Connor Anderson, taken outside, and just shy of the first down. And we'll bring up a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's great for him to get some reps here in this game, get some game time reps, as he will be the future starter of Calvert Hall eventually.
Under 2:30 to go in the first half.
And the smart decision here would probably be going for a run, but, you never know. Calvert Hall does have a little bit of trickery up their sleeve.
Yeah, I would be looking run here, but you never know.
And Connor Anderson teamed up in the backfield with Grunder. Connor Anderson taking it back inside, and he is stopped for a 3-yard loss, taken back to Calvert Hall's own 45, and it'll be a 4th down and 5. They elect to keep their squad out in the field.
That was a good play there by Riverdale Baptist. They were able to predict that run, and they were able to stuff it, get a big loss. This would be a big stop here for Riverdale. Be Calvert Hall's first punt of the game if they choose to do so. Looks like they're staying out on with the offense.
Yeah, and Calvert Hall now in their 7th possession scored their first 5, and timeout taken by Calvert Hall. Maybe a miscommunication there from the new quarterback, Grunder, but hopefully he's able to come back on the field and convert this 4th down.
Getting some reps like this is going to be good for him, so he can get the experience, so he can clean up the small things like communication. A minute and 18 left in this first half. Calvert Hall is up 35-0 right now. Looks like the punt team is now out there.
Petrino back for the punt. And Riverdale Baptist now coming out in the field. Not set. Calvert Hall definitely a little bit more organized. But Daniel Aguilera with the snap. Good snap. And a good punt there from Petrino. Able to go back inside the 20. And it'll be
takes a Calvert Hall bounce there to the 19-yard line.
And Calvert Hall up 35-0 with a minute and 6 seconds left to go.
We'll see how Riverdale's 2-minute offense is on here. See if they can try and maybe get into field goal range. Try and put some points up on the board before halftime.
And Robinson paired up with Sally in the backfield. And a referee's whistle here. talk to his boys on the Calvert Hall side.
They're going to have to snap the ball quickly now that they're out of timeouts. Try and move the ball down the field. Maybe we'll see a no-huddle offense here.
And, I mean, do you think that they're going to be able to really get into scoring range with 1 minute and 6 seconds left?
I don't think so, but anything's possible.
Anything is possible, so we'll see.
It's been a tough night on offense and defense for them, but it only takes one play, you know?
Robinson in shotgun. Drops back. Going out to his left. Firing.
Caught out of bounds.
That ball is caught out of bounds by Kieran Berry. I guess saw the, it's lacrosse lines and thought, you know, his feet were in bounds, but it's actually the white line is the out of bounds. So, but all in all, Robinson able to roll out, and that pass is completed to the 45-yard line. Clock does run. Sorry, the clock has stopped. I think they want to dry off the ball.
That was a good play there by Robinson. He was able to get out of the pocket and find the open man.
And that was Daniel Uvoa.
That's going to be their largest gain of the day.
And that was about a 25-yard gain, and Robinson, snap, rolling out to his left. Not many options. And nearly picked off there. 45, Ryan Botek, the junior. And, I mean, not too many options there from Robinson. Just looking a little, you know, annoyed.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be tough right now. It's second down here. They're close to midfield. Maybe one or two more big completions and you can get into field goal range.
And Robinson now dropping back, pressured, and that ball is launched and nearly picked off. And that intended receiver was, let's see, I think it was Towler. And Ricardo Cooper nearly with the interception as Tim Downs is right there with him. And a third down and 10 with now coming under 10 seconds left, and that ball slips out. And Robinson just a little annoyed with that.
Wonder if that had to do with the weather. It did slip out of his hand, so if the ball was wet, that could have been the reason. I would assume that the offense is going to stay out on the field here.
And there's really no sense for them to come off with 6 seconds left if they can't convert here. Calvert Hall takes a knee, and they come in the locker room. So playing too bad, just really unable to do too much on the offensive side. Receivers dropping passes. But Sally's been playing very well at the running back, and a lot of pressure here on Robinson, and that'll be a sack. Gavin King and Patrick O'Keefe able to get back, and that will take us to halftime. 35-0, Calvert Hall 35, Riverdale Baptist 0. And a well played a well-played half there from the Cardinals, as they're kind of waiting for Riverdale Baptist to, they don't want any conflicts, but we'll see you in the second half. And we are back here for your second half action. Calvert Hall up 35-0 against Riverdale Baptist.
Calvert Hall will be getting the kickoff to start the second half as they deferred to start the game. Try and get this lead up even higher.
And returning this kick is Nigel Henderson, along with Ricardo Cooper. And Riverdale Baptist taking an interesting kickoff stance, and that is a well-struck kick. And Ricardo able to get this ball, taking it inside, whipped around at about the 38-yard line.
It was a nice tackle right there.
And we would like to inform all of our viewers that if a team is up by more than 35, the clock continues to run. So we would like to inform you all of that. So there's no complaining or anything. And Dane Grunder in the backfield. With Will Robertson in motion. And Connor Anderson now put into a little motion in a low snap. And Anderson able to kind of weave his way. Not much of a gain, maybe I think 3 yards.
So Anderson got a couple of yards in that play, picks up second down.
Short pickup there, second down.
2nd and 7.
We appreciate all of you coming out and watching the Calvert Hall versus Riverdale Baptist game and supporting our team. And a low snap again, and Grunder is whipped around and taken down. His helmet is off.
Yeah, he was absolutely slammed to the turf on that play.
And that was Kieran Berry, the defensive end, able to get into the backfield for a big loss. And Calvert Hall's first big loss of this game.
Looked like a low snap. He looked like he bobbled it a little bit, and then defense was right there.
And Grunder, with his helmet coming off, Brannick is required to come back into the game. So Brannick now is in the backfield with Connor Anderson behind him. He takes the snap. Good snap. Chest level, and Connor Anderson able to get it to just past the 40. So back to their original spot for that second down loss. So about a 6-yard gain for Connor Anderson, and it is 4th down.
Riverdale able to get their defense off the field here. Good start for them in this second half.
And Joseph Towler back for the return. Petrino taking the snap. Nearly blocked. Towler tried to pick the ball up.
Calvert
And
Hall
it's
has recovered.
Fumbled, and Calvert Hall has recovered. I'm not really sure why he would try and pick that up. But now the Riverdale Baptist defense has to come back on the field.
Big hit there, was able to jar the ball loose. Tried returning it off the bounce. Didn't make it very far.
And now Dane Grunder now coming back onto the field. The 1st and 10. About the 26-yard line. Great field positioning here. His snap. Good snap to Connor Anderson.
Good stop there.
Really nowhere. Oh, and a fight has come out. His name, unfortunately, not on the roster. So, not able to inform you who that is. And Duncan Kammer
Got 12.
is now in the backfield for the Cardinals, his first appearance there. And he's able to pick up the first down. In there by Brady Goo, and a fumble recovery to give Riverdale Baptist a little bit of life. That was Corey Cobham. And Duncan Kammer looked to have a really nice first run at the back, but just ripped out of his hands.
For the return on that fumble recovery.
It was going to be a pretty positive play there for Calvert Hall, but a nice play there on Riverdale. Just able to rip it out and get a pretty nice return on it, too.
And the fumble, the forced fumble and recovery was by the freshman, Corey Cobham, and able to take it back to about the 45-yard line.
Quarterback keeper taking it out.
And a read option, Robinson lowers his shoulder. And Josh Bryce able to force him out of bounds, getting over the 50, and now in Calvert Hall territory. And they'll be setting up a 2nd and 4th.
There's been 2 turnovers so far in this half, so it's interesting to see how that goes. Looks like the weather has calmed down a little bit.
Yeah, no signs of rain, maybe a little bit of a haze, or a misting, as some might say, but nothing too crazy that would really do anything, and the ref has thrown out his towel. And Robinson dropping back, and a pass is complete to number 4, and that'll be Towler with a nice reception. That's their first really completed pass of the night, and they're able to move the chains and are set up around the 41. Or sorry, 39.
First and 10 to 39 for Riverdale Baptist.
In Calvert Hall territory right now.
Robinson dropping back again, being pressured. He's taken down, let's see, Charles Bracota, the senior. Able to get into the backfield and really push Riverdale back in. Definitely not a very positive play.
Second and very long. About 20.
Yeah, that one hurts him a little bit. That makes it 2nd and long, so try and get some yards back, maybe make it 3rd and manageable.
I think it's 2nd and 17 here. Still in Calvert Hall territory. And Robinson, and there's a flag on the play.
Looks like it's on the offense. Probably a false start.
Going back about 5 yards is a false start.
It is a false start. That'll back him up 5.
And really not something that you want with it being such a long 2. It makes it even longer now. With the first down marker. The fact that the clock is running. No score has been recorded here. Robinson able to try and just get a little pass, and that's incomplete.
It was a good block there by the running back, Sally. Able to protect his quarterback there, pick up the block.
And that pass was intended to Joseph Towler. Now at the 3rd down and 23.
See if they can gain some yards here, and maybe they'll go for it on 4th down. Try and get it. If that is the plan, then they don't have to get it all in this one play. Just try and get some positive yards here if you're Riverdale.
Now a 4 wide receiver set, 3 stacked on the left side. Robinson dropping back, under pressure, able to get out. Being chased down by several Calvert Hall defenders, and he's taken out. Now back into their own territory, 4th down at the 49. And he's able to pick up, I would say, about 3 yards on that.
Do you think they're going to go for it, Brendan?
I mean, what do you have to lose at this point, you know? I mean, it's very unlikely. But, I mean, it doesn't make sense not to, you know? You're down 35. And if something goes wrong, then you have a sophomore quarterback on the Calvert Hall side who he has done some good things tonight, but definitely not up to Noah Brannick's level.
Yeah, I like the call here. If they don't convert, it's only on the 50-yard line.
And the Robinson looking to his right side. And that's completed. And that is a 1st down. And the ball's out. And the ref is calling an incomplete pass.
That was a great hit there by the Calvert Hall defender.
Now, I didn't pick up who hit him there, but that was a great defensive play. And Joseph Towler able to catch it, but unable to... Sorry, I might have gone out there. Unable to hold on to it.
He drilled him right in the back. He was able to jar the ball loose before he could come down with it. Looked like he had it for a second, but the hit jarred it loose.
And that hit that prevented the 1st down was Josh Bryce.
Josh Bryce is a cornerback. He's a senior.
And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. And the Cardinals this year, they're 2-0. They had a great game against McDonough. Their first game against John Carroll, they won. Their second game was against McDonough, home, on 9/11, and were able to win 24-7. And that game, they were not favorited. They came out with a lot of heart, and were able to come away with a victory. And now Grunder in the backfield with Kammer. I think that was Brady Goo as the fullback. And Kammer able to really maneuver his way through. And I think a gain of about 8 or 9.
Yeah, going back to that McDonough game, that was really impressive. We were underdogs, we were at home, we had a lot of heart, and we were able to pull the upset. And Coach Ward was actually named the Coach of the Week by the Ravens after getting that win against McDonough. Cardinals are 1-0 conference, 2-0 on the year. Looking like it's going to be 3-0 on
is unfortunately out of conference. And Grunder, handoff to Duncan Kammer, and able to be spun around and taken down about the 45, a loss of 3. And the game against McDonough was Coach Ward's first MIAA in conference. Kammer for the 3rd time. He's able to push his way to about the 32-yard line, 33.
Inside the 35-yard
And that'll move the chains. It'll be a first down.
Good run there from Cammer. Kept the legs moving. Was able to push the pile just a little bit.
He's able to get to the 33. And the Cardinals, after tonight, have 8 days to prepare for Northeast High School, which is on Friday night next week, and that's the senior night. So excited to see all of our seniors out and hopefully have a good student section as we get fired up for this next game. And Dane Grunder with a little miscommunication and bodies falling everywhere. I'm really not sure what happened, but
Looked like a miscommunication on the snap there.
yeah, I'm really not sure what happened. Now they're backed up, and now about a 2nd and 17. Not in a good spot here with 9 minutes left. Calvert Hall still up 35 to nothing. And here's Grunder's first pass attempt, and he wants to take it himself. Able to get by 1 defender, 2 defenders, and he fumbles the ball, and the ball is down. A good run from Dane Grunder, and it is recovered by Calvert Hall. Very lucky that that the Cardinals are able to recover it. Not sure who recovered it though. And I'm getting news that it was number 84, Michael Bell, the sophomore, and actually a part of our communications club that runs all these broadcasts, and he works in the off season when he's not playing football. And I'm glad to see him out here putting his name on the broadcast.
Yeah, it's great to see Michael making the play, falling on the ball.
And Cammer able to push his way through, and if not a first down, it'll be very short, and it is a first down. Referee signaling to move the chains.
Calvert Hall getting very close to the red zone. Actually has not been any scoring yet this half, so if we score here, this will be the first points of the second half.
Yeah, and again, a quick second half due to the fact that the clock does not stop.
Eight minutes left to go in this one. First down.
And that'll be a handoff to Cammer. And he'll just kind of be halted. Maybe able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Cammer getting a lot of fourth quarter action. It's looking like he's doing a pretty good job bouncing back from that fumble.
And they'll give him 3 yards on that play. And tune in for tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Hopefully we'll be able to start kickoff at 7 o'clock. Calvert Hall takes on St. Paul's in soccer. And me and Luke Dragonette will be on the call, and Ethan Knock on the camera. And Ethan's on the camera tonight doing a great job. And Grunder able to hand that ball off to Cammer. His first great, and that's a touchdown for Duncan Cammer.
Another rushing touchdown for Calvert Hall. All of their touchdowns, I believe, have been rushing touchdowns. Passing the rock a little bit. I think 3 running backs have found the end zone, a couple of them multiple times.
Yeah, and just a great run there from Cammer, able to find the hole. Offensive line doing a great job pushing the defenders out of the way, and he's able to find his way into the end zone for a touchdown and the first points of this half. And Petrino for the extra point. Dylan Manna with the hold. Low snap. And that'll be through the uprights with his 6th extra point attempt. Good.
That was a good job by Dylan Manna.
Late flags coming in now.
Dylan Manna able to get that low snap in place for kicker Andrew Petrino to get that one through the uprights.
I'm looking back on the replay, and it looks like number 78, Bane Mullen, the outside lineman, talking a little too much and awarded unsportsmanlike conduct, which will be forced on the kickoff.
Yeah, in a game like this, that sort of thing just happens, unfortunately. It's not a very close game, and emotions get high sometimes.
And now 42-0. Calvert Hall, perfectly executed game. Followed their game plan, and
a little less than 4 minutes left in this one. This will likely be Riverdale's last offensive possession.
And a good kick there, high, side, almost like a helicopter kick, and it'll roll out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And there's a fight on the field.
Looks like number
KP
5
Price and number 5 on Riverdale.
Looked like number 5 might have shoved KP Price. Again, that might just be some frustration with the score.
And that was Quentin Foster who got in the entanglement. And let's see what the call is from the ref. Yeah, and unfortunately, we are not able to get the replay of that fight. So unfortunately, you guys weren't able to see it. It's probably a good thing, but nothing crazy happened.
Clock's still ticking here as the refs try and figure out what the call is.
The flag is still down on the play, and I believe it will be against Calvert Hall. They're pointing that direction. But I'm glad that they have the 35 up by 35 rule in place, because this game could have taken us to like 10:30 o'clock, you know, 10:30. So
yeah, in a game like this, it's nice having the clock running.
And it will be against. Both penalties will be against Calvert Hall. So that'll push them up from the 20-yard line up to, wow, see if it's, I think it's the 40-yard line. So 60 yards in penalties.
There have been a lot in the last few plays. There's been a lot of unsportsmanlike conduct. Hopefully that can clean up here in the last minute and a half.
And the clock continues to run. No timeouts called.
Took
by
off
either
a lot
side.
of time there.
Yeah, it took off about 3 minutes. Robinson, his pass is complete to number 14. That was Aaron Graves. His second catch of the night. And Robinson getting his boys to a hurry-up offense. Now ticking down under a minute. Rolling out to his left, finding options, and that ball be broken up. Graves, the intended receiver, and Josh Bryce with great defense and able to knock that ball away. Called his name quite a few times tonight.
Still seeing a good amount of fans in the stands. Nice to see the dedication there.
And a timeout is called by Riverdale Baptist to stop the clock, able to regroup.
We will see if they can get any points on the board here, avoid the shutout. They are somewhat close to field goal range. Still need a decent amount, though.
And there was a holding play on Riverdale. I'm not sure who it was on, but
Backs them up a little bit.
yeah, not too much. I think they just want to kind of get this game done and over with.
Yeah, they have a long bus ride back. They're all the way from Millsboro. They might be ready to put this one behind them.
And Robinson dropping back, trying to find options, not many, and tackled out of bounds, and there's a flag on the play.
Lots of flags in the last few plays. They continue to come down.
And the clock will continue to run.
If no timeouts are called, this might be the end of regulation, and the game will be over. Down to 10 seconds here.
And there is a timeout called. And we'll be following the referee to see what the penalties are. So penalty on Calvert Hall, which will move Riverdale Baptist up to the 27-yard line. And a good scoring opportunity. Now, they do have one timeout left, so they could try and get a quick conversion, call a timeout, and maybe go for a touchdown, but not too good of clock management from them tonight.
The penalty did move the ball up. Maybe they could try a field goal if they get a decent gain here. Or you could try a shot at the end zone if there is enough time. They might just do a shot at the end zone here. It'll be interesting to see what they do there.
Yeah, Robinson teamed up in the backfield, able to dance through 1, 2, 3 defenders, trying to find his man, and that'll be defended.
That is the
And
final
broken
score. Game has
And
ended.
And that is the game. That final play was by Aiden O'Connell, the sophomore.
The final score is Calvert Hall 42, Riverdale Baptist 0.
And we will see you all tomorrow for the St. Paul's game at 7 o'clock, and then again for football tomorrow on next Friday night for senior night against Northeast. And again, final score 42, Calvert Hall 0, Riverdale 0, and a great execution to game plan by Coach Ward and his players. And we do have an injured man, not sure who it is, can't really decipher a number. I think it's Gavin King, but all in all, a great play by the Cardinals and able to hold a shutout.
The fans here are on their feet clapping. Calvert Hall improves to 3-0 on the year officially.
So we will hope to see you next time. I'm Brendan Tretler alongside Kevin Lochte. And have a good night, all.